Good morning. Happy Monday. Good morning, universe. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning and good morning and good morning, everybody. We made it another day. We get to inhale and exhale. We made it, y'all. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hey, Nick Boo. Good morning, sunshine. Thank you for the like and the love. I appreciate you. Hey, Kimber. Good morning, sunshine. Y'all, I'm so excited. I don't, you know why? Because I'm always excited just because every day we get to wake up, we get to do better and be better human beings. And I'm all about it. Plus, I'm super excited and hyper because I have to wait. Do you know how difficult it is to be patient and to wait for an answer to a question? So if y'all don't know, I had my second interview for this position that I've been interviewing for since Thursday. Thursday was day one, Friday was day two. It's just been so intense. It all happened so fast. And then I had to wait all weekend. They told me I would find out early next week. Today begins early next week. I figure early next week could mean I can find out today or tomorrow if I get this position. So yeah, I've been waiting all weekend and I'm still waiting today. But I'm excited. The interview process was very exciting. The round two interview on Friday, y'all, it was intense. It was supposed to be 30 minutes, but my round two was about, hey, learning. I'm giving an update, learning. We wait. We wait, boo. We waiting to find out what they gonna do with your girl. I don't know yet. So listen, round two. Okay, so y'all know I'm all over the place when I'm excited, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited too because I might go live later on today. I have a "We All Deserve to Be Remembered" that I need to do. Um, I'm either gonna do it today or tomorrow because I won't be live next week. Next week, I will be out of town with your girl Foxy. We might go live sometime next week, but I won't be live at 6 o'clock for the inspiration. But my 12 o'clock individual devotions will always be available until we get through all 50. So those will be active. And then randomly throughout the week, next week, we might go live or, just like I did when I was in Mexico. It just really depends on how we feel next week. So we might go live sometimes, but I won't do scheduled lives next week during the morning. So anyway, okay, learning. You ready? Kim, I don't know if he was in the live on Friday, but if not, child, just listen, keep listening, girl. So listen, learning. Part two. It was supposed to be 30 minutes. I was supposed to, Thursday night, they told me I was supposed to present between 12 to 15 minutes, and then they were going to ask me questions for the remaining 15 minutes. When I got into the part two on Friday, they told me I had 10 minutes to present. Do you know the pressure to hurry up and get through a presentation in 10 minutes, child? I was talking so fast. I felt it. I already know I talk fast. And the pressure, girl, listen. I was like, y'all, I'm sorry. Then they asked me questions, and then they did something that I've never experienced before in any interview. They did something called the lightning round. And the lightning round was really a get to know who I am as a human being round. I've never, ever had anybody really care about who I was as a human being. It was the most interesting round. Let me tell y'all some of the questions that really stood out to me in that lightning round that really impacted me. And whether I get this position or not, I feel like it was just such a good interview. So one of the questions in the lightning round was, what keeps you up at night? One of the questions was, what's the first thing you think about in the morning? One of the questions was, um, what was like the last nonfiction book you read and summarize it in 2 to 3 words. And the one that made me emotional was, what do you wanna like, what do you wanna be remembered for? How do you what do you what do you want your legacy to be? That one made me really emotional for some reason. I was like, "Oh, y'all wanna know who a girl is, like, for real, on the inside, not just what I can do for you, but you wanna know who I am." I really it was such a good interview process. I really hope I get the position. I don't think there's any perfect, um, system, not in the United States of America. There's no perfect educational system, but based on the interview, this system obviously is different from the one that I'm in. It gives me hope, right? So we'll see. So if you guys can just give me, keep sending positive vibes until we learn. And I told y'all I'm sensitive about my ish. So I still might not tell y'all if I don't get it. But if I get it, girl, y'all, I'm gonna scream. I am going to scream. It was very unique. It was very, very unique. And women that look like me were asking me the questions. I have never experienced that either. It's usually people who don't look like me and who are not of the same sex as me either. So this was different. It was different. It felt different, if that makes sense. Okay, so anywho, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. I hope everybody is being safe out here. And you know what I'm saying? Drama free. The older I get, the less drama am able to sustain in my life. I enjoy peace. I choose peace. All right, y'all. So we are in our book. You know, I can't just do one book because I'm random like that. And our Gentlewoman, Etiquette for a Lady, written by a gentleman. And this is Enitan Bereola II. And we are in his chapter on pleasantries. I thought I was going to get through it last week, but girl, it's a long chapter. So hopefully, I think I'm going to be able to get through it today. So we are in the chapter on pleasantries, and these are gentlewoman's laws. We made it to, and he doesn't do every law. He goes every other. So we made it through rule 49. That was the last rule that we got through, or the last law, and that one was entitled honesty. So the next section in pleasantries is called truth will always trump what you think. Truth, let me take my sticky off. Truth will always trump what you think. Good morning, Foxy and family. Good morning. Good morning. It is rainy. I'm sad. I didn't get to ride my bike outside yesterday. I did my Peloton on the inside, and I was hoping I could ride today. So hopefully it'll clear up. I'm hoping. Foxy, I was telling all of the people I won't be live next week because me and you will be out of town, girl. We're gonna go live on your channel next week though. I had so much fun in your house. I get to be I feel like I'm much more relaxed when we're live in your house than when we're live in my house. We need to do a woman of a certain age, Foxy. I think we should do one. Let me know, text me and let me know if what day you off this week. We should do one. And I might go live later today. I'm changing my the background, you guys, so you won't see the white screen anymore. The next time I go live and show you my face in space, you'll see my face in space in real life. I'm doing some changes. I feel like I can't finish the changes though till I get the answer to if I'm gonna get my new position. That's what's holding me up. But I'm going to go live. I have 2 babies that I need to give them some space on my channel, and I need to do a follow-up. I have my follow-up list that I was supposed to do in June, so I'm still the babies that I wanted to follow up on. I will be following up on those babies before the end of the summer because it's a lot. I got a lot of updates for my We All Deserve to Be Remembered space on my channel. All right, you guys. So we are getting into truth will always trump what you think. Honesty is a foreign language. Not many can speak it, and hardly anyone understands it. A friend who doesn't inform you of your ill behaviors is an enemy who doesn't want to see you prosper. Speak truth now and hand out band aids later. Growth isn't always comfortable. You'll grow weary running from the truth. Everything that's in the dark must eventually come to the light. Who is who got one? I don't know. Kim, who is who got I don't know. Okay. Rule number 51. Remember, he goes every other. So it'll be 51, 53. I don't know why he does that, but it is what it ain't. Rule number 51. Your character will always speak louder than you do. Shh. Be quiet. Don't tell anyone who you are. Show them. Character is when your conduct talks for you. Yes, you sin, but life makes room for error. It also makes room for you to get back to virtue. It's the will to get back that reveals character. Character can't be heard, so don't listen for it. Observe. Watch what people say and tune into what they do. Character isn't circumstantial. Neither success nor failure adjusts it. Built from difficult and sometimes unpopular decisions. Beneath any facade, this is truly who you are. You might look good on paper, but your character is you. Words can't change that. Character will sleep with you at night and wake with you in the morning. It will exist as your reputation when you're dead and gone. You can't get rid of it, but you can improve it. It's your call. People hear words, but rely on action. It's time to stop talking. Rule 53 Selflessness. The true measure of selflessness is helping someone who can't return the favor. Mm, that's true. Rule 55 You can change the world faster than you can change a man. Some women will compromise with the idea that they can change a man down the line. Child, listen, I am guilty. I am guilty. Unless he's in diapers, you won't be changing him. You can't raise an adult. You are guaranteed to always fail. Stop trying. Date what is, not what you hope will be. You'll know it when you see it. You can't change your man, but you can change your mind. Quit holding yourself responsible for an adult. Learn how to change a tire. Learn how to change a tire. Forget about changing a man. Note, when you focus on adding to us, he's talking to us women, instead of changing us, we'll want to change for you. Ah. Rule 57 Punctuality. One of the most disrespectful acts you can commit is to have no regard for someone else's time. I absolutely agree with this rule. I listen, I believe in getting to places early. 15 minutes is on time. 15 minutes early. I was raised this way. When you get to places, work and all of that stuff, getting there 15 minutes early is actually being on time. Ain't nobody walking into work and they gonna start working. Child, please. You know you about to sit down, turn your computer on, grab your coffee or your snack, scroll through emails, check out the websites, see what's going on. Yeah, that was my rule of thumb. 15 minutes is one time. One time is late. It's a lazy gesture that says, I value other things more than you. Set all your clocks fast to track yourself into thinking it's later than it is. I do that to my manual clocks in my house, my microwave, my stove clock. You can't really do it to your phone clock. I do it to the clock in my vehicle, though. You can plan ahead by preparing directions the evening before. I do that. I'm guilty of that. Get ready in the mornings, even if you don't have plans. Girl, why? Girl, why? Like today, y'all don't have to see me today. I can keep my pajamas on and my bonnet on. Now that's the one thing, since I've been using this avatar in the morning, I really enjoy the avatar, y'all. I don't have to be pressed about looking cute. I just be me early in the morning. You never know what might come up. If you stay ready, you won't have to get ready. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just don't underestimate the power of time. When you think you have enough, it'll pass you by in an instant. Don't give in to the illusion of idle time. Checking text messages, browsing the internet, wrapping up work, etc., will eat up the clock. Always give yourself an extra 30-minute window, at least. Unforeseen events can happen beyond your control, causing you to be late. In this case, have the courtesy to call the person waiting on you and give them a new estimated time of your arrival. Being late isn't the end of the world. Never put yourself or anyone else in danger just to be on time. That means no speeding to get there. It's better to arrive late than dead. That's for sure. And one of the things I always keep in mind, if you if something happens to you on your way to work, please believe your job will be posted sooner than they can put your body in the ground. You are replaceable. Don't ever slow down, calm down, take a deep breath, plan ahead, and get there on time early. Rule 59, positive element of surprise. When you underpromise and overdeliver, you foster grounds for loyalty. Giving people better than what they expect is a good thing. It generally keeps them coming back for more. Apply this principle wherever it helps. Rule number 61, common sense. Assuming everyone knows about common sense suggests you have none. It's a valuable commodity that's free. You're born with it. You either listen to it or you don't. If everyone knew how to use it, I'd be out of business. No, the only way to know that someone is thinking is to have a conversation about it and with them. Common sense ain't common, y'all. Period. Rule number 63. When a grown man is interested, there's no guessing game or fishing for answers. There's no damn doubt about it. Live life and stop boggling your mind. If a confident man wants you, he'll make the necessary moves to address you. If he doesn't, he's not serious or is uninterested. Get on with life. Rule number 65. Control personal habits in public. That weird sound you make to scratch your throat. I make that noise in the morning, girl. My throat be itching from the allergies. Picking of the nose. Now that's a no-no. Why would you do that? Spitting and even foul language. I'm working on a foul language, child. I'm a work in progress. Should be limited in public places. The world isn't your living room. Remember, good etiquette is rooted in consideration for your neighbors. Good morning, M. Renee. Hey, sunshine. Happy Monday. Rule number 67, pet control. There's a dog in my neighborhood whose owner thinks our lawn is a toilet. If I ever catch them to an action wheel, let's just say they wouldn't like it if I walked in their living room, grabbed a newspaper, and helped myself to a bowel movement on their carpet. Sounds disgusting, right? Pet owner, control your pets. You must respect the personal space of non-pet owners. Not everyone thinks it's cute when Doodoo the dog does the deed. What that got to do with being a gentlewoman? Child, I don't know. All right. Rule number 69, love excessively. The world needs what you've got. Please don't withhold your supply due to a few rotten people. Love is best displayed when given to those who don't deserve it. Love is always worth it. The people who need the most love will ask for it in the most unloving ways. Never allow others' discourtesy, rudeness, or bad attitudes to change the core of who you are. You're responsible for your reaction to others. Love over everything. Don't be naive, but do be love. Love hard. Love passionately. Love always. Note, love people and use things. Don't use people and love things. But you knew that already. Everybody does not know that. Everybody does not know that. I'm going to repeat the notes. Love people, use things. Do not use people and love things. Rule number 71, dealing with racism. It's ignorant to believe we live in a post racial society. Some people think race is only an issue if one makes it an issue. They think talking about something that creates division creates more division, or ignoring racism makes it go away. I wonder if ignoring cancer has the same effect. The issue with pointing out racism is that it's not always black and white. Sometimes it's overt, other times it's covert. It's not always easy to prove, but it's there. A gentlewoman stands for justice and always stands her ground. But be aware of any threats and pay attention to your surroundings. If you ever experience something beyond your jurisdiction, notify the proper authorities. Don't just go taking the law into your own hands. Rule number 73, cooking. Child. Okay, here we go. Cooking can be viewed as a belittling domestic duty in the minds of some women. The thought of dishes, poultry, and mitts might make some people jump over the moon and others mince out of the room. Cooking isn't a duty. Cooking is an action of affection. When my father cooks, he always says, "This was made with love," and we all can taste it too. Eating is a necessity, and someone has to cook the food. Sometimes it'll be a man, sometimes it'll be a woman. Don't look too deeply into it. The decision to prepare and throw food in an oven doesn't make you any more or less of a woman. It doesn't have to be your thing. Let's hope you know how to make yourself a sandwich. No, many men love to eat well and therefore love a lady who can cook well. Many women also love to eat good food and love a man who knows how to put meat in the oven, unless you're a vegetarian. Then maybe he won't mind going downtown to eat out. I'm not gonna even tell you where my brain just went, child. Rule number 75, know the difference between loyalty and stupidity. Too many women die a spiritual, emotional, and even physical death in the name of loyalty, child. I've seen it. A lot of ride or die chicks are dead. Why are you expected to be strong, faithful, and reliable to a broken man who's the exact opposite of you? Being supportive is admirable, but be supportive with discernment and boundaries, especially if you're just dating. Being loyal to a man generally doesn't involve putting your life, family, or destiny in danger. While holding your man down, don't hold your future down in the process. Be loyal to your purpose. Be loyal to your God. Be loyal to yourself. There's a thin line between being down for a man and being dumb for a man. Watch your step. To be ride or die is to have blind obedience. To truly be loyal is to be one of our biggest supporters when the world is against us, but set us straight when we're wrong. Rule 77, handshakes. Brief but firm is best for a professional arena. It shouldn't hurt you, but it should wake you up. Give good eye contact and exchange momentary pleasantries. In more personal settings, this may be omitted altogether. And then the age of a cousin, C19, child, I don't need to shake your hand. Mm-mm. A good head nod and a smile is fine for me. Rule 79, make us miss you sometimes. Don't go overboard, but when executed with precision, there's power in this. Trust me. Rule number 81, be careful. Assholes wear suits too. Don't be fooled into thinking well tailored clothes make him a gentleman. Classic gangsters wore classic suits well as well. Period. Child. I ain't gonna tell y'all about the type of man I used to like, but if you listen to any of them or listen to my ex-husband relationship, you will know, child. Rule number 83. I'm working on it though, y'all. I'm still working on me. Date people, not potential. If his potential doesn't lead to his progress, then you're just dating an idea. And I'll add this. If you are a woman of a certain age and he's still trying to be a rapper or still trying to figure out what he gonna do in life, don't date him. Don't do that to yourself. Don't. It's not worth it, girl. Don't let potential blind you into thinking who he could be is who he is. Too many women are dating men with expired potential. If you're succeeding in life and supporting him, and he's forever and always about to do something, but never once has he done anything, it's time to dispose of that unequal yoke. What good is a seed that has the potential to grow but remains a seed? Undeveloped, undiscovered, and misused gifts dishonor the Creator. Our gifts are His investments in us, and He deserves His return, and so do you. Rule number 85. Be hospitable. Always say thank you. It's a simple sign of gratitude and praise. Don't forget you're welcome, excuse me, please, hello, and goodbye. Don't ask, how are you, if you don't want to know. Only exchange genuine pleasantries. Rule number 87. Don't whisper in the company of others. Secrets seem sinister and make the person who can't hear feel isolated. Just text it. Child, I am the textor of the century with my big age. I got so many friends my age that do not like to text. That's all I want to do. Don't call me. Don't call my phone. Please don't. Learning said, preach, have potentials, but don't want to do the work. Child, I married potential. I'm not even, he had a whole bunch of plans. And child, when it was time to execute, it was one excuse after the other, and then another. Child, I understood and I messed up because I don't do it, y'all. It's not gonna work. Rule number 89, art of the apology. In polite society, an apology is a useful tool and a welcome gift. As an act of remorse for a mistake or misstatement, an apology is a sign of concern, respect, and cultured behavior. There are, however, people who misuse apologies or employ apologies as a substitute for other behaviors. Simply put, these misuses are signs of immature or rude behavior. It's important to be aware and be wary of an apology. Here are the guidelines for apologies, child. You got guidelines for apologies, child, and it's a long list. Okay, look. I just turned the page like we still talking about apologies. All right, here we go, y'all. Number one, only when appropriate. Apologies are useful when a mistake or accident has occurred. Stepping on someone's toes, inadvertently cutting in line, dropping a cup, etc. The apology should be heartfelt, clear, and direct. You may offer two thoughts of the following suggestion, but never three. But never three? I'm sorry. Will you please excuse or forgive me? I apologize for the error. Turn to face the sufferer of the accident and speak directly to them. An apology offered with your back to the person or tossed off while you are walking away is not an actual apology and can be interpreted as an insult. Be specific. Though it may lead to a fight, forgive me for taking your man. Okay, wait. No, he did not use that as an example. Forgive me for taking your man is preferable to, hey, I'm sorry. And while she's delighting in taking your man, go ahead and give her your shoes too. She'll be walking in them. It's been said that if a woman steals your man, there's no better revenge than letting her keep him. Okay, his next rule for apologies. Do not apologize when an apology is not called for. Some people use an apology when they actually want to say something else. For example, if you cannot hear someone, you should say, "Excuse me," not "I'm sorry." An apology is a statement, not a question. The apology should fit the gaff. If you've called someone who is hard to look at ugly, okay, listen. Okay, I'm focused. I'm focused. If you call someone who is hard to look at ugly, apologize once, quickly, and get on with life. But what if that person is ugly to you? If a man is physically unattractive, don't refer to him as ugly. Say, he has a great personality. If you wrecked a friend's car, the apology should be more substantial. In addition to offering a fix to the vehicle, which you got to pay for that, girl, you might consider a note of regret and perhaps a free car wash. It's important to align the apology with the magnitude of the gaffe. All right, next. The apology should not be more substantial than the gaffe. While it's important to make amends, overly effusive, demonstrative, and extravagant apologies will make the sufferer feel worse. When the victim of the gaffe will resent your effusiveness, suspecting that the apology was intended to relieve your guilt rather than to make them feel better. Remember, an apology is for the other person, not for you. Empathy diminishes the distance between the accused and the victim. I don't know what number this is, but it's the next one. For small or medium blunders, apologize once. A mistake is a mistake. One mistake gets one apology. If you repeatedly apologize for a single mistake, the sufferer will construe that you are insincere or worse. No need to apologize endlessly over a minor infraction. You'll be, in the vernacular, a pain in the ass. You're not really apologizing as much as you're going through some insecure psychological episode. Go away. The final one. An apology is a bridge, not a destination. In polite behavior, an apology allows you to rise above an error, mistake, or blunder. Once you've crossed that bridge, put it behind you and the sufferer. Don't wallow in the moment any longer than comfort and decorum permits. It's over. Rule 91, forgiveness. Death probably feels better than betrayal. The sharp sensation for having your heart seized, torn, and discarded is one of the most severe of human emotions. At least when you die, there's no residual feeling of death. It's just proof and you're gone. Poof and you're gone. But when you're emotionally beaten to a bloody pulp while conscious, forgiveness sounds like a foreign language. Let's not confuse things. Forgiveness doesn't restore trust, but it's an opportunity to rebuild. It's not about wiping away consequences. It's about creating possibilities. We were created to love. What's the purpose of a heart if it doesn't love? What's the purpose of life without a heart? Sometimes you have to accept apologies you never received. Child, amen. Forgive without residual anger. Many of you are more forgiving than we are. He's saying many women are more forgiving than men are. Y'all already know it's a double standard. Men expect you to forgive their infidelities, but child, if you did the same thing to him, you will be all kind of thises and that. But sometimes the most difficult person to forgive is you. God has already forgiven you. It's about time you do the same for yourself. Rule 93, business and pleasure. Climbing the ranks in business doesn't require climbing into a man's pants. You don't have to make your neck hurt to network. Okay, Anthony, you got bars up in this book. You get to the top with your mind, not your mouth. Now, I'm going to tell you, now, this is not necessarily true. I know some people that have risen in a whole bunch of the systems of all of the jobs, because they done did some things with the higher ups. And Imma leave that right there because that's all I know. Rule number 95, learn something new every 3 months. Okay, this is an interesting one because I love learning things. Challenge yourself to get beyond yourself. When you make a commitment to growth, your life will feel enriched in areas unimagined. Rule 97, pray. It changes the things that people can't change. Rule 99, eat alone. Life isn't about waiting for moments to happen. So I'll say this, when he says eat alone, I will apply that to traveling and doing all of the things. As a single woman of a certain age, I've been traveling by myself for a long time. It does not bother me to travel alone, to eat alone. I can go to the movies alone. I do a lot of things by myself. I love me. I think you have to love yourself to do things by yourself. There are so many people who are just afraid to do anything. They're like, I don't have anybody to do it with. Do it by yourself, honey. Like, it's okay. All right. Rule 99, eat alone. Life isn't about waiting for moments to happen. You don't have to wait for a date to eat well or wait for marriage to start living. Catch a decent movie, a good meal, and some nice wine alone. Sometimes you have to pick your own flowers. Never wait for anyone else to love you before you do. Instead, be too preoccupied with loving yourself to be simply swayed by some simpleton's swagger. A woman who knows how to enjoy her own company is a damn attractive woman. It's no wonder me comes before men. He's saying ME comes before MEN in the dictionary. In order to secure the latter, you must first secure the aforementioned. Rule number 101, forget the rules. So he give you all the rules and then be like, fuck the rules. Sometimes some rules must be broken. If you found someone who loves you like crazy and you love that person like crazy, be crazy in love. Make it work, even if you ugly, girl. All right, he got two things under here, and then he got a whole lot of subs under here. All right, so he's saying tact. Tact, it is tact that is golden, not silence. This is a quote by Samuel Butler. Tact is the art of knowing when to shut up. It's an art. It's a calculated awareness and sensitivities to others and your environment. People without tact have bad taste. They justify tactlessness with keeping it real. Keeping it real is respected, but having tact is admirable. Tell the truth in a way that doesn't set out to offend. Tact is placing pleasantries at the end of a harsh statement to soften the blow. Keep it classy or keep it to yourself. Tipping tips. If you can afford to enjoy life's little luxuries, you can afford to tip. Knowing whom to tip and how much can be an issue. Think of it like this. People who do services for you that you are capable of doing yourself likely fit the description of who you should give gratuity to. Here, here's just a few examples. Hairstylist, 20% is average. In the past, salon owners refused customer tips, but today, not during my lifetime, I have always had to tip. But today, owners who provide services should be tipped. However, the owner may refuse tips out of consideration for employees who make a lower salary. If several people are working on your hair, they might all expect gratuity. Let the owner know your preference before arrival so you're not penny pinched. I think so. I think it depends. So, like now, I go to a loctician. She does the washing and the twisting and all of that. Before, when I used to go get my hair, washed and straightened out, it would sometimes be a wash girl and then the stylist. So you might tip the wash girl a couple of dollars, but the stylist would get the majority of the tip. I don't know. Spa and massage therapist, 15 to 20%. Pet groomers, 15 to 20% for appreciation, 30% if they went the extra mile or simply whatever you can afford. Restaurant servers, 15 to 20%, depending on the style of restaurant. A lot of times today, tips usually are included, especially if you have a party over like 6 sometimes. You're not obligated to add extra, but if the service is outstanding, feel free. Bartenders, 10 to 15% of the total tab. Bottle or table service at the nightclub is 20% and it's usually included. The doorman or the concierge is $5 to $20 customary. Anything more is extra. Car service or taxi is 15 to 20% or rounded up. The valet is 20% of the parking fee for good service, a bit more for excellent service. If the valet is free, feel free to tip more. I will also say, like at the airport, if you check your bag before you go into the airport, if you check it at the curbside, absolutely tip those guys because they out there hustling. And you don't gotta stand in line to check your bag. All right, here come Mrs. America. Good morning, sunshine. But Cali prices is crazy. Child, the cost of living in Cali alone, I can't even imagine. I cannot imagine. Mm-mm, mm. Y'all can have it. And I don't even know like what a good look, I gotta Google. I gotta Google Cali. If I were living in Cali as an educator, how much would I make? That would be interesting. All right. Even if so then if you can't tip, you gotta be able to do those services for yourself, Mrs. America. That's what he's saying. If you can't tip, don't have these services done for you. All right, even if the service isn't phenomenal, tip something anyway. Now, I disagree with that because I was raised to believe that tips means to ensure proper service. To ensure proper service. If I am ensuring proper service and you give me trashy service, why am I tipping you? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. Tip is extra. Tip means you did all of that and then some. So he says, this ain't me, y'all. He says, even if the service isn't phenomenal, tip something anyway. Sometimes tips are split among staff. Take all into consideration. So, like I said, I'm gonna disagree with him on this one, cause no, ma'am. If you it, I'm not tipping if the service was trash. What was once a sign of gratitude has become an expectation. That I agree with. If you're on the receiving end of the tip, show appreciation. Tips should be earned. Okay, so here we go. I'm thinking he's getting to what I was saying, but yeah, we'll see. Tips should be earned, not expected. Don't catch an attitude for receiving less than you feel you deserve. Work diligently in all you do, if not for tips, for your character. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart to honor the one who created you. Note, special care must be taken to ensure that your well meaning gesture isn't seen as insulting. I once enjoyed a glass of wine in Milan, Italy. The pizza was like sex. Child, I gotta get to Milan, Italy and have some pizza. I attempted to leave my server a tip, but she profusely refused. Tipping isn't suggested in particular cultures. Now, I do agree with that. You need to know where you are and what the cultural norms are of where you are. But you already know. In America, they expect tips. On YouTube, most content creators expect cash apps and all of the Zales and all of the things. No, ma'am. I don't necessarily expect any of that stuff on my YouTube channel, y'all. That's why I don't really post my cash app. I mean, but if you want to get a girl a coin, it's okay, but I don't be asking for all of that. It's not necessary. This is a hobby for me. I don't YouTube. I feel like Goody. Goody be like, listen, it's a hobby, and this is truly a hobby for me. And it's my channel is evolving. I'm still trying to figure out what my channel is doing, child. This whole motivational series I started is brand new this summer, so yeah. Learning says bad service gets $1, but if service is great, I give a healthy. I love tipping. I like my percentages of tips. I tip very well. And I think part of it is because I was the part of the way I was raised was to tip. And then there is it used to be like a thing about black people not tipping. And from my experience, I think we tip pretty well. I think sometimes we tip more than other cultures and other races. All right, Foxy, have a good day at work, boo boo. I'll talk to you later. Don't forget to text me. Let me know what day you if we gonna go live before we leave town. Um, I don't know what we laughing at, Miss America Child. All right, y'all. Okay. Oh, this is. I think you laughing at the pizza is like sex because I'm. That's where my finger is in this book. I think. I think. I think, girl. I think. So he says the pizza was like sex. I attempted to leave my server a tip, but she profusely refused. Tipping isn't suggested in particular cultures. Do your homework. Know what's customary wherever you travel. Observe the locals and follow their lead. I totally agree with that. This is America says, I always tip at least $1, but I refuse to tip before due to horrible service. Oh, yeah, I'm not tipping for horrible service. I might write a note on the thing like, child, do better, be mindful. All right, we're back into we're not on the next tip. He's giving us a bunch of etiquette tips further. Okay, so let's keep going. This is still part of Rule 101, where we're forgetting the rules. All of these are sub rules under Rule 101. So now he's talking about laughing etiquette. Let's see if I have laughing etiquette. I don't think I do. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when that lady called me and told me I made it to round 2, I screamed in her ear and I just couldn't control my laughter. I was so excited or joyful. Let's see if I have etiquette. Laughing etiquette. Doesn't this just sound ridiculous? Traditionally, a lady is taught to place 2 fingers over her closed mouth. I can't even read these words in this book. Boy, what is this man talking about? Okay, wait. I got to take a break because I'm already laughing, and I do not have 2 fingers over my mouth right now while I'm laughing at these words in this book. Okay, Mr. Merrick, I'm getting to your comments before I get back into this laughing etiquette foolishness. Girl, I'm known to write corporate and their headquarters. Child, me too. Child, me too. And Renee says, I always tip. Horrible service gets a lower tip. The only reason I won't, because I feel like what encourages you or motivates you to do better? Like, where is the growth? Maybe if you get a low tip, but some people are okay with mediocrity though, and Renee, right? Like some people feel like anything is better than nothing. So, a couple ones beats none in my simple the voice. Like, I just no. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's just conditional based on who you are. And I also think where you are. So, okay, let me get back to this laughing etiquette, y'all, because I don't have any laughing etiquette, obviously. Doesn't this just sound ridiculous? Traditionally, a lady is taught to place 2 fingers over her closed mouth while she laughs. But laughing is a purge of your soul. It's an uncontrollable symbol of happiness that can't be contained by 2 dainty fingers. Okay, so we good. We good. We don't need just 2 dainty fingers. Thank you, sir. Go ahead and laugh. Let your soul breathe. To laugh is to live. Do, however, try your best to refrain from falling out. Okay, so I still don't have etiquette, y'all, because listen, Miss America, you don't have it either. You already laughing. Listen to what he says. He says, but do however, because I do all of these things. Do however, try your best to refrain from falling out, snorting, and causing a scene. But if you do, so what? You're still a gentlewoman. All right, Anthony. Okay, I like how we got there. We went around the block. You thought, you made me think I wasn't a gentlewoman if I did the things, but I'm still a gentlewoman, y'all. I'm still a gentlewoman. Yay, us. We still gentlewomen, y'all. Because, child, I do all of that. Girl, bye. And the older I get, the more I do it because I don't give no damn. Let me tell y'all, when y'all get a certain age, when they talk about older people, you know what I'm saying, and they just say anything, yes, I am guilty. I am guilty. Foxy, what are you over there deleting? Okay, wait. What happened? Foxy, are you still here? What happened? And Renee, did she time you out? What happened, child? I'm so confused. Unhide user. She hid you. I don't know what happened, Miss M. Renee. Foxy is Foxy is on her phone. Pocket. Pocket modding. It was an accident for sure. I just looked at my screen and I saw it. Because I can't see it in StreamYard. StreamYard still shows me all the comments. And Renee, are you still here? I think you're good. And Renee, let me know if you're still here. It absolutely was. Okay. I got you out of timeout. Okay, good. Yeah, I can still see your comments. So I just looked. I was like, wait a minute. What happened? I thought something had happened. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so we're good, ladies. We're still gentle women. We can snort, we can fall out, we can make loud noises, and we can scream in the people's ears when they tell us we made it to the next round. We're still gentle women. All right. Text etiquette. Okay, when did he write this book? He wrote this book because we are in the year of the Lord 2022. This book is 2014. So it's almost a decade old. So we was texting back in 2014. Child, listen, text etiquette. Most women like it orally. The best way to misunderstand someone is through text messaging because the greatest miscommunication occurs over keyboards. Not to mention, smartphone autocorrect is dumb. Texting is a simplified method of communication intended for short phrases and quick communication. If your text message reads like a novel, pick up the phone and call. I disagree. If your text message reads like a novel, let's go out. Let's just go out. I don't need to talk to you on the phone though. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, spam, none of that, ham, nothing. No, no. I know, right? Mrs. America. His word choice is insane. He's funny. All right, the long-term effects of texting are yet to be determined. And you were writing this in the year 2014. I bet you text now, Anthony, because nobody got time to be on the phone all day. The long-term effects of texting are yet to be determined, but the short-term effects are ever present. A generation of texters is becoming accustomed to impersonal communication. It's still communication, though, in my opinion. The ramifications are seen in the lack of social skills, no eye contact, lack of discussion topics, and the inability to connect. I absolutely disagree with all of this, y'all. I feel like we are in the day and age of technology. All right, Learning says, I agree with texting. I am a horrible tweeter. Autocorrect gets me every time. I just think it depends, especially depending on your age. So I am a woman of a certain age. I absolutely am a texter, but I'm a talker too. But I only talk in person. I don't want to talk on the phone. But guess what? I grew up talking on the phone. But I also think it makes us what do you call it? Like you can do multiple things. I can text, I can talk on the phone, and I can talk in person. Kids today are learning to communicate through texting or, on social media first. But they can be trained and taught to, they get taught in school how to socialize. They get taught how to communicate in person. But one of the things that I found as an educator, especially an educator who works remotely, is that the chat, you know it just from being on YouTube. The chat is a powerful tool. Your chat for a lot of these big content creators can make or break your channel and engagement. If you don't have chat, you have no engagement and people won't subscribe. And you need the subscribes and the likes to keep your content going and to keep your checks flowing, right? It really is a useful tool. I look at the chat as a form of texting. Mrs. America says, all I do is text and email. It is very rare to see me on the phone. Absolutely. Plus, I am a multitasker. Like, it is just who I am as a human being. For some reason, when I have to pick up the phone to talk, everything else has to stop. I can't do anything else but sit and hold the phone and talk. And it is draining to my soul. But I understand and I respect people who need to talk on the phone. So I got a friend, she's not a texter. She accommodates my texting needs though, right? But when she need to talk to me, which is like maybe once a week or once every other week, I know she gonna call my phone and I will stop what I'm doing and I answer the phone because I know this is the time we gotta talk because my girl is sick of me texting, right? Like it's just part of our relationship dynamic. But I think because of our society and technology, we need to be able to do all of the things. And these kids are absolutely texters. They're absolutely on that what's that child, I be forgetting the stuff because I don't really care for that stuff. It's not Instagram, it's not TikTok, it's the other one where the texts are supposed to disappear or something. That stuff will disappear. Learning says, I like the chat. It's a form of communication. Absolutely. Absolutely. Boom. That's why I always type in chats to help the crowd stay engaged. Absolutely. Like it's just part of our society now. All right. But he's talking about 2014. So we got to remember that's why I looked at the year the book was written when he started talking about texting. So texting might not have been like as emergent or as huge as it is now, 8 years later. All right. It's far too obvious to state that texting while driving is dangerous. Oh, for sure. I don't understand content creators that go live when they're driving. Child, no, ma'am. I cannot. I could not. It's far too obvious to state that while texting while driving is dangerous, but what about texting while dating? Oh, and then okay. Society seems satisfied with quick and convenient conversations. Relationships are a state of connectedness between people. Remember, when the two of you would fight about who would hang up the phone first, child, I ain't had that type of conversation since I was in high school. So no, no, that's not important. Or how about when he mustered up the courage to ask you for your phone number? They don't do that no more. They slide in your DMs now. That's what I'm saying. Like we live in a whole different day and age. You wrote it down on the palm of his hand and you couldn't wait for him to call. So he's talking about old school relationships. That's not how we engage anymore in this day and age as single people. Technology is taking the life out of relationships. I disagree again. I just think it's changing. You got to be able to multitask. You got to be able to text, talk, and have conversations in person. That will determine your level of engagement. We live in a different world from 2014. So yeah, I have to disagree with a lot of this stuff in here because it is totally, yeah, it's a different world now. But we're gonna keep reading the book. People need human interaction to survive. I agree with that. Pressing buttons to get a date takes effort out of the courting process. I disagree with that. If what was that? That was a strange noise. If we don't work for it, we won't respect it. Dating by text is completely unacceptable other than I'm on the way, running a little late, red wine or white, etc. Pick up the phone and say her name. She's a grown woman. Don't pick up the phone and call me. I know I'm a grown woman. And if you pick up the phone, let me know what time we're supposed to be at dinner. That's about it. Cause other than that, we don't need to talk unless we face to face. I'm a face to facer. Teens text, adults talk. Well, call me a teen then. Someone who text messages you 100% of the time is often a sign of someone who isn't 100% interested in you. Well, it's a balance, and you're still in 2014, so I get it. To build relationships on text is to build a bridge on ice. The foundation isn't strong enough to sustain when the heat is on. Aren't you tired of settling for being text out of dates? If all he does is text you, tell him he's going to need to find the next you. Send him this reply. While you're lazily sending me text messages, someone is busy taking me out on dates. So I agree with that. Like, you can't just text, 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 and don't do nothing else. That touch screen is all you'll ever touch. Well, I wouldn't send that message though. Even with email, social networking, and text messaging, a gentlewoman still prefers properly being asked on a nice date. Absolutely. I agree with that. Cut communication until you're courted. Insist on real dates. You're in control of this thing. Take your crown back. Because he can call you and talk to you and never take you out. That don't mean y'all dating because y'all talk all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like, dating is going out and doing things and planning things. That's what dating is. Text tips. So he's giving us text tips from 2014. Be clear. It's easy to misinterpret a text message. You can't gauge emotion, tone, or pitch through a phone screen. Be straightforward. Be understandable. No substituting text for real communication. Texting is informal. Don't send funeral arrangements, wedding invites, breakup, etc. via text. I disagree. Such information should be addressed in person or over the phone. Have some decency. I totally disagree with that rule. Don't send sensitive information. I absolutely agree with that rule. Social security numbers, bank information, and any data you wouldn't want in the hands of a stranger shouldn't be sent. Absolutely agree with this one. This includes your nude photos. Absolutely agree with this one. If your phone gets lost or stolen, a stranger now has access to your privates. It's best to deliver sensitive information over a call or in person. With the increase in technological advances, never has it been easier for hackers to gain entry into your phone. Be wise, be warned. That one I agree with. Reply back. It's rude not to respond. It can be taken the wrong way. A simple "I'm busy" is sufficient. A one-word response doesn't mean a person is uninterested. It means he or she is busy. Be more concerned with no response. I agree with that. No. Sending 2 unanswered text messages is persistence. Sending 3 unanswered text messages is desperation. Sending 4 unanswered text messages is stalking. Settle down. I agree with that too. I send 1. If after the 1 message, days have gone by, that's when I started my block. My blocky block game is strong. That's why Ghost doesn't exist anymore in my universe, because that's how Ghost ghosted me. He didn't respond in a timely manner. And if it take you more than 2 or 3 days to respond to a text message, child, don't worry about me no more. We good. I ain't even mad at you. Blockity block, 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 block. Disclaimer. Your lips can begin a relationship. Your breath can end one. If you have Okay, wait, y'all. If you have bad breath, you should only be allowed to text. Ooh, child. Okay. Online etiquette. Some people believe the internet is a make believe magical place for them to become whomever they want and say whatever they want, just like real life. The internet requires etiquette. Child, YouTube, you can be anything you want to be on the YouTube. Anything you want to be on YouTube. Let's see. Do YouTubers have online etiquette? Speak to people online exactly how you speak to them in their face. In today's climate, keyboard courage can get you killed. Mhm. Your online life should reflect your real life. Your status update shouldn't say, hang gliding over Italy when I just saw you at Burger King ordering a number 3 with no onions. If you're handling business online, pay no attention to a troll. Mm. Restroom etiquette, y'all. He giving us bathroom etiquette. Child. We gonna finish this one. I still got a couple more pages and I'm over an hour, but we gonna finish this chapter today, child. We not gonna we gonna finish this. This man giving us restroom etiquette, y'all. Okay, listen. Okay, let me focus. I ain't never had a man tell me about restroom etiquette. Strange. Many women would agree that a restroom isn't merely a setting to deplete waste. It's an environment to fellowship, cry, and buy time to dial your friend to instruct her to call you back in 5 minutes. in order to save you from a bad date. The problem isn't what occurs in the restroom, it's what doesn't occur. Post restroom hand washing is a dying trend for men, girl. I mean, I've never seen women that don't wash their hands in the restroom because that's just really nasty. That hand delivered fecal matter is a no no, especially in today's C19 environment. It's not only classless, but it's responsible for the spread of harmful bacteria. Get back to the basics, people. What type of women are using the bathroom and don't wash their hands? Chile. That's what I say. Foxy said, I got you in my ear. I'm sorry. She had you in her purse. She was purse modding. Learning, they don't wash their hands for real. Oh. And what if they come hand you papers? Girl, I would spray them with the Lysol can. Now that's one of the blessings. I have been working home for the past 3 years, y'all. That is a blessing. Now, if I get this new position, I gotta go back in. So I'll start monitoring that again. But child, no ma'am. Ooh. Then right. They bring in potluck. Of course they're clear. I would hope they're not. They don't look like us, girl. Like, ooh, that's nasty. Ugh. Okay, he's telling us, as a younger man, I had my share of run-ins in the ladies' room. Whether it was sneaking in to make out with a young lady or the combination of a vacant lavatory and my uncontrollable bladder, I visited enough women's washrooms to witness what a man should never witness. I just don't understand why you are in women's bathrooms, sir. Please learn the protocol of properly discarding personal sanitary items. This man is all up in our business, ladies. A code of excellent etiquette is leaving environments that you occupy better off than when you arrive. Clean up after yourself. Now, that I agree with. I don't understand women who are just nasty in the bathroom. Leaving sanitary items visible is just nasty. Like, you're supposed to wrap that thing up, girl. You supposed to put that thing in that thing and throw they put multiple bags in the thing because you supposed to take the bag and throw it in the trash and take it with you, girl. And if it's only one bag in the thing next to you, wrap that thing up before you put it in there, girl. Don't nobody want to see all of that. Girl. Foxy said sorry. And Renee said no problem. I fixed it, Foxy. I fixed it. I got her out of timeout. Learning says I work for a Fortune 500. Girl, girl, you gotta be kidding me. They won't even flush? Ugh, ugh, what in the world? Girl, you need to talk to HR. That's a HR problem. Like, let me tell y'all, I feel like the last time I worked in any type of environment, like I was like in my 20s, I would type up notes and put them in the bathroom. Anytime I saw some nasty behavior, I would put notes in the restroom. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all gotta do better. Flush the toilet. If you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie, wipe the seedy. Y'all remember that note? If you sprinkle when you tinkle, be a sweetie and wipe the seedy. Girl, that is just nasty. They think I'm crazy. That's what I'm saying. Make them signs. Flush. Good for you. Email the universe. OMG. That's just nasty behavior. But it's nasty women. And can you imagine what their home bathrooms look like? Their home bathrooms very likely look the same. They probably don't ever clean out the stool. The toilet is probably nasty. It's brown around the edges. Like, girl, it don't cost you nothing. Well, it might cost you some bleach or something, but it's not expensive to just wipe it out, girl. Get you a little brush. You can get that at the Dollar Tree is $1.25 here. But you know what I'm saying? Like you can get you a little brush at the Dollar Tree and keep it moving. All right, y'all. He's still in the bathroom. Y'all ready? Flatulence. Flatulence etiquette. This man is hilarious. Part of living is farting, and ladies do it as much as men. They're just usually not as loud and proud about it. I've never heard my wife fart, ever. I've never heard my mother fart, ever. A lady is a flower. Flowers don't stink. uh, uh. There are some stinky flowers in the world, though. Until then, there are some stinky flowers in the world. Ernie says, "You even bring it up in meetings, and girl, they don't care. They don't get it. You better start calling a thing, girl. When you see who it is doing it, you better go whisper in their ear, child, I saw what you did in the bathroom. Do better." All right. He said, "Flowers don't stink. I understand we're all human and our bodies must function. I just can't get past the public passing of gas." And many agree. It's okay to be cute to poop, but if you must release scents from the anus, please excuse yourself from all places where you're not the only one breathing. If there exists no immediate exit, provide a warning before the vile chemicals escape and are inhaled. Furthermore, identified by the nose of an innocent bystander. If you've got to go, you've got to go. Below are 4 ways you can pass gas with class. This man is hilarious. Okay, so he's gonna tell us how to pass gas classy, ladies. Create a distraction. In a car, turn up the radio and roll down the window. If in public, cough, sneeze, or talk loudly. Anything to detract the attention away from the sound. You can't mask that scent though. Go to a quiet place. There must be some secret soundproof place you can go emit. My wife found it. The restroom, perhaps. Exercise discretion. When the stomach bubbles, you're in trouble. You can't run once it's done. It takes seconds for the molecules to disperse and the odor to be detected within close proximity. Utilize your growling stomach as a cue to depart rather expeditiously. Use your poker face. Don't react. This is my thing right here, child. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Okay, maybe the philosophical thought doesn't work here. What will work is no reaction from you. Only a brave woman has the audacity to fart with a straight face as if it never happened. If you're bold enough to do that, the victim might begin to question if it even occurred. Consequently, you'll be ruled out as the perpetrator. That's my rule right there. Poker face, especially if you in a crowd. Child, you just supposed to sit there and don't act like you did it. And then people gotta wonder who did it. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. In all seriousness, embrace what makes you human. There are far greater issues than strange noises followed by 30 seconds of foul odor. Everybody's doing it. No, if you consume food slower, you'll take in less air and you might pass less gas. Okay, y'all ready for this one? Gold digging etiquette. There's simply no such thing. Gold digging isn't a new phenomenon, but it's a pathetic one. To engage in any relationship with the ill intention of deception or establishing material possessions is primary interest is immoral, selfish, and classless. Prioritizing financial security over all other factors is a recipe for disaster. A man isn't a financial plan. There's nothing wrong with desiring a fellow with financial security as long as you can create the same without him. The only thing a man you're dating is required to pay you is attention. Wake up from the daydream of a man supplying all your needs while you sit oceanside doing nothing with your life. You have all the potential in you to create that lifestyle for yourself. You have all the potential in you to create that. I'm sorry. Your life of security, financial freedom, and luxury has nothing to do with the man. If you're considering gold digging, fill out a job application instead. Get a job, a real one. Note, men can be gold diggers too. be warned. That I agree with. Goal, GOAL, gold digging etiquette. I have a dream that one day all gold diggers will become gold diggers. If money is your concern, gold dig. It's much more respected when it's earned. If you insist on being a groupie, stalk your dreams and let success be your sex. Okay. Gift giving etiquette. Giving is a selfless and natural gesture that satisfies an innate desire. Like many forms of etiquette, it fulfills both the receiver and the giver. Receiving gifts is easy. Giving gifts not so much. What do you give? When do you give it? And to whom shall you give it to? What to give? Pay attention. People are pretty blatant about their desires, whether spoken or unspoken. Take notice to what they don't have, but obviously need. Some women have a keen sense of awareness in regards to figuring out what's lacking and providing accordingly. Scan their home and notice what's missing. Listen to what interests them. Getting gift ideas from someone's social networking pages is a great idea too. People post what they like. If you're not up to a scavenger hunt, just ask. Some people don't mind at all. If you prefer to surprise someone with a gift, you should ask yourself the following questions. Is the gift for a man or a woman? What is her or his relationship to you? What's his or her age? What's the occasion? Name three things he or she is currently into, and what's their personality? Child, listen, you can cash app people and give gift cards. I don't have time for all of that. All of this right here, no, ma'am, I'm not doing all that. Now, if it's a special occasion, I might go a little deeper. But other than that, in the day and age that we're in, and the way society moves so fast, child, please, cash app, gift card works every time. Works every time. Well, good morning, Astute Queen B. Thank you for being here, beautiful. I appreciate you. All right, the answer to the above question should provide you with the perfect gift idea. Below are a few gifts you might consider giving him. Give him a chance. Maybe you've been unnecessarily reluctant or hard on him. If he's a great catch, return that unanswered text and tell him to call you. 2, give him up. Letting go just might be the best gift for him and you. This is an affordable gift and might even save you money. Give him time. Maybe he's not where you like him to be, but well on his way. He's ambitious, trying, and showing progress. Understand when something good is worth the wait. This could be a great gift for both of you. Just keep the receipt. Do you hate those dirty sneakers he wears? Would you like him to dress his age? Take him to a tailor and upgrade him. This is your opportunity to change us without an argument, and it is a great gift. Now, I will say this. Some of the men that I have been meeting and dating recently, they don't dress like they don't have the swagger that I really like. But I honestly have been working on myself and my expectations, and I'm like, dressing is easy. That's an easy fix. I don't feel like I have to change you. You know what I'm saying? To go shopping with you, and we can get you some. I help you pick out your shoes. Get you some new fits because them pants you got on, it's not doing nothing for me today. They need to go a little longer. You know what I'm saying? You need some. Them gym shoes is a little run over. I'm working on that part of myself. So, yeah, just go shopping with him, girl. Go shopping with him. Help your man dress. 5, the perfect scent makes perfect sense. Another gift for him that will benefit him is cologne. And this is 2014, so he says, see time for it. 6, wrap your credit card in a box with a note. Yours for the day. Attached. That will be the day. Ladies, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let him do that for you, girl. Let him do that, and don't do that. Stu says, "I feel you, so I will stay single till men figure it out, child." I'm working on it. I'm working on it, Stu. I'm working on myself because I can't do the bad boys. I've been detoxing from the bad boys, and then I dated a not bad boy, and then he ghosted me. I was like, "You're not even a bad boy. How dare you ghost me?" The nerve. That's why I call him Ghost. If y'all was around when I was dating Ghost, that's why I call him that. Because he ghosted me once and I shouldn't have let him back. That was the downfall. I let him come back after he ghosted me the first time. And do you know that Negro ghosted me again? I was like, really? This what we doing at our big age? We still out here ghosting people? That is so unattractive. I blocked him. I blocked that Negro fucking ghost. Anyway, number 7, forget Skype and get a flight. Cash in your frequent flyer miles and gift the two of you a vacation. It costs you nothing and benefits the both of you. I agree with that. If you really want to know who a person is that you're dating, go on vacation with them because it might not last, girl. It might not last. As Stu says, I'm over that mess. The non-bad boys are the worst. Child, a non-bad boy acting like he is a bad boy is ridiculous. The nerve. I was like, the nerve. You not really even my type, and I'm trying to do better out here and dating you. Are you seriously right now? Seriously. Girl, I was offended. I was offended. I'm looking for a reformed bad boy now. I need a reformed bad boy. I thought my husband was gonna turn into, I thought he was gonna reform himself, child. No, nope, 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 and nope. Stu says men aren't grown these days much. They're not. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like we is too old for this behavior. Grow up. And like when I let him back, he was like, I just got scared and da 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 da. So I was like, all right, I'll give you another chance. Because we had a good time together. We really did enjoy each other's company. And we got to do but let me tell you, I should have knew this. I should have knew this. So usually in my circle, I'm a nerd. I'm a ghetto-ish type nerd. This man was, to me, he was like he's not he's a cultural nerd in a sense. We would do cultural things together. And I enjoy that part of my personality. I enjoy going to plays and musicals and, doing black is black stuff and going to listen to people speak and all of that. I like all of the things. I like going to museums. I can be the most cultured person and I can also go to a cabaret and bring my own drink with me and have a good old time and turn up. He told me, he had the nerve to tell me one time that I was the most um he didn't call me ghetto, but he wanted to. He said I was the most urban person that he knew. I didn't know if I was supposed to be offended by that or not. He said, "You're the most urban person that I know." Like, what? What does that even mean? I think he called me ghetto. I think this cultural nerd said your girl was ghetto. And I should have known this too. I would do all of the cultural nerdy stuff that he wanted to do, but he didn't want to do any of the ghetto hood rat things that I wanted to do. I should have knew then it wasn't gonna last. It's not gonna last, girl. Child, it wasn't gonna last. He wouldn't do none of the stuff at the Aretha Franklin Theater and concerts and the boats and stuff. He'd be like, you can go with your friends. You can go with your friends. Like, we're not gonna do none of my stuff. Mm-mm. He only wanted to do his stuff. Miss America said I would have smiled and called him an asshole. I was so caught off guard, Mrs. America. I was like, really? Is that that's what you think of your girl? 3 strikes don't work either, girl. Yes, I was urban. Oh no, he won't get a third time. You not gonna get a third time. What's the saying? First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. And then the third time, you just a fucking fool. So yeah, it's shame on me for letting him come back the first time because I knew better. If you get ghosted a first time, please believe he will ghost you again and again and again and again. So yeah, there will be no third time. We good. We good. She said, "Is that polite?" Right, learning it was polite for ghetto. I was ghetto. was like, "Girl, you ghetto as fuck." That's what he wanted to say. He was like, "You're the most urban person that I know." Not most urban female. He talking about across the spectrum of males and females. This educated, I almost have a doctorate degree, y'all. This man said I was the most urban person that he knew. I was like, girl, it's okay to be ghetto and educated. I am her. Absolutely. Don't get it twisted. She is me. I'm gonna tell y'all this quick little story too. One time, y'all, I was sitting next to this black man in a conference. It was kind of like a conference, but it was kids coming around talking to us about our experiences as an educator, right? He heard me talking to my students. This man looked at me and he was like, I had to look to see. I thought you was a white woman. I was like, what? He was like, you talk like a white woman. What the fuck? Now, I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it. We had kids in front of us and other educators. I was like, what does that even mean? Because I talk like you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to code switch. If they didn't do nothing in America, they taught black people we got to learn how to code switch. Girl, like what? I sound like a white. I sound like I had to learn how to function in y'all system. And then I also sound like I was raised in the hood. Flat out. Period, period. In my King Payne voice. Like, what does that mean? Mrs. America said it is definitely polite for ghetto. It definitely was. Definitely was. All right. Have a great day, Renee. Have a great day, sunshine. Mrs. America says, true story. I dated a guy in high school who is still unmarried to this day, and he doesn't date black girls. He still tells everyone I'm the only black girl he could be with. Girl, I wonder why. Why won't he date black girls? We too ghetto. You wasn't ghetto, Mrs. America. And he was a black guy that I dated. Was he? Girl, we was too ghetto. The black girls was too ghetto. We was too hood. All right, we on number 8. Okay, wait, what is we even talking about? These are the gifts. Okay, this is gift number 8. You in a bow. Just a bow. Only for married people though, y'all. Don't do the bows if that ain't your husband. Number 9, get him Bereola. So he wrote another book, y'all. So he's trying to sell his other book, The Contemporary Gentleman and Etiquette Book for the Urban Sophisticate. He'll be a better man because of it. Blah, blah, blah. And then number 10, get her a copy of the book you're currently reading. So number 9 and 10, he's just trying to sell his books. All right. Keep in mind that the best gifts are thoughtful gifts. Sometimes it's not about the money you spend, but the time you spend and thought you spend creating something memorable. And don't underestimate the delivery. Deliver creatively. A scavenger hunt, concert tickets inside of the artist's CD case, plane tickets inside the glove compartment of a new car. Well, that might be a bit overboard unless you preside over a board of directors. In that case, spend freely. When to give. He gives dates, girl, every day. He says birthdays, weddings, engagement parties, baby showers, housewarming, graduation, retirement, Christmas, special anniversary, dinner party, international business trips. Gift giving isn't limited to special occasions. That's what I just said. Every day, child, every day. Give back and volunteer when you can. Give with passion. Give with love. Give without expectation. Still, what you say? My bad. Didn't mean to interrupt you. Child, we've been interrupting the whole. When we read these, the only time I don't do interruptions is when we do the Seeing Beautiful again. When we do these books right here, child, I be all in and out the chat. The chat will distract me. Don't listen. It's okay. Distract away, child. Distract away. I enjoy the engagement. But I will be up here by myself some days. It don't bother me, but I don't mind being distracted. All right. Who to give to? You're not Mrs. Claus. Gift giving shouldn't require too much thought. Give to whom you can when you can. Family, friends, and your significant other fall on this list. But a gift is exactly that, a gift. It shouldn't be expected, but it should always be appreciated. And don't feel compelled to give a gift beyond your budget. It doesn't matter if the receiver is wealthy and has it all. People enjoy being considered. And the fact that you thought to give something is what counts most. When you give a gift thoroughly. Nice shoes are accompanied with quality cedar shoe trees. Davidoff cigars with the humidor included. It's no different than a gentleman getting you flowers with a vase. A gift is thoughtful, Make sure it's a complete thought. Now, that's interesting. Should you give a woman flowers if you don't have a vase? I've gotten flowers from men without a vase, but I have so many vases that I don't require a vase. I guess, because you get all those vases and then what? I had like 5 vases. I threw like 3 of them away, like, and they were all like the same. I don't need a vase. I got a vase. Hoarding etiquette. Hoarding etiquette? Emotional attachments to inanimate objects can be dangerous. It's okay to keep a cute collection of coins or stamps or whatever you're into, but to fill your dwelling full of stuff is a reflection of you. Cluttered homes reflect a cluttered mind. Hoarding won't cover the issues you're attempting to run from. Facing issues is the only way to get through issues. If you want to get rid of the mess in your life, you need to start with the mess in your house. This I 100% agree with. Perhaps you're someone who doesn't have a real hoarding issue, but those he talking to us black women. Mm-mm-mm. But those plastic grocery bags full of other plastic grocery bags that you use as garbage bags, you don't need them. Lies. Lies, sir. We need all of the plastic bags under the kitchen sink. A clean space will grant you peace. This man just told us don't keep the plastic bags, y'all. I keep the plastic bags. And I put them in my little garbage can. Because who wants to throw garbage in an empty can and then it gets mucky? You put the little plastic bag in a garbage can, and then when it's time to empty it, you just tie it and then put another bag in there. Is it just me? Is it just me? I need my bags. Like, I'm just like, what? Don't keep the plastic bags in the plastic bags. I was raised to keep the plastic bags in the plastic. Now, can you have too many plastic bags? Yes. Yes and yes. But, sir, as Mrs. America said, I need every bag, sir. Okay, y'all, he getting deep. And we almost done with this chapter, so we about to be off of here. And I'm sorry for keeping y'all past the hour, but we got about 2 more pages. Sex etiquette. Does there even exist such a thing? Historically, we shy away from the subject because sex is a taboo, or it's so taboo. We act like sex doesn't happen, like we all just appeared or were delivered by storks. We position sex in a way that's provocative or procreative, educational or unromantic. Why are we so afraid to talk about something most of the world is doing? Let's have an honest and open discussion about it. It's not bad etiquette to discuss sex, but it's bad sex when you must discuss etiquette. Hmm. Y'all ready? We about to kick the door in on sex. Etiquette has no place in the bedroom. If you're married, bounce off the walls, hang from the ceiling fan, and leave a few marks. A lady loves a gentleman. A lady loves a gentleman who knows when not to be gentle. That's why I let Ghost back. I ain't gonna lie. That's how Ghost made it back. I ain't gonna lie. He can't come back again, but this how he got back. Pull her chair, then pull her hair. Chivalry is foreplay. The same goes for you. Of course, it's appropriate to discuss likes and dislikes, what works for you and what doesn't. But formal pleasantries in the bedroom don't make the experience all that pleasant. My personal view on sex before marriage is that it feels good. My spiritual view on sex before marriage is that it still feels good. The reality is everything that feels good isn't good for you. Period. I agree with that. I agree with that. Sex can be healing, but marriage is the prescription. I'm not marrying yet. No, no. If you're doing it unwedded, then you're taking an illegal drug. Now, I agree with that. Fornication is real. And if you're having unmarried sex, it's fornication. And you are out of the will of God and it is a sin. Am I a sinner? Yes. If you're married, feel free to overdose and refuse rehab. Premarital sex won't solve your problems, it'll likely create them. If you're honest with yourself, premarital sex is putting your body, mind, and soul through something it isn't yet prepared for. I agree with that too. Sex is a deep spiritual connection intended for the person you're spending the rest of your life with. Soul ties are real. Popular culture and media often portray sex as a casual act to commit with whomever, wherever, and whenever it feels right. Absolutely not. Now, that's not true. I don't agree with popular culture. If that's your view on sex, it definitely should be it can't you can't just be a free for all out here, especially if you're not married. Hell, there's some married people that's out here being a free for all. That's a whole nother discussion on a whole nother day. It often suggests it's okay to follow all of our sexual desires, but fails to inform us of the not so obvious consequences. You can end up imprisoned by the very act you thought was liberating exercise of your freedom. And once you start, it's difficult to stop. Casual sex is like casual cocaine. It won't stay casual. You may be able to escape STDs or pregnancy, but you can't dodge an unwanted soul tie. Sexual connections with someone or people who are not assigned to your life is what causes you to stay or allow people to come back when you know you should leave. It's what allows you to settle when you know you've been done wrong. Dust settles. Ooh, I like that one. I like this one. Dust settles. People don't. When you lay down with something dirty, you get up with something dirty. When you lay down with a man, you take on his energy. But none of this is considered when alcohol is already flowing through the bloodstream and you've accepted his text to come over at 4 a.m. No God, nobody should be texting you. I mean, unless you allow it. There are people who allow these things to happen. At your big age, if you're a big age like me though, absolutely not. Nobody should be texting you after girl, you not if you text me after 8 o'clock, I'll talk to you tomorrow because your girl is likely asleep. I go to sleep at my big age, but I wake up at the crack of dawn. You ignore all reservations and make reservations at his place. Self control is more reliable than birth control. I agree with that. Listen to your moral compass, even when the alternative feels so damn good. That's what character is. That's what a gentlewoman does. If you insist on having sex, have condom courtesy and insist on having sex safely. Condoms are cheaper than child support, and abstinence is free. Every man you lay with has the potential to make you a mother. Peace of mind trumps peace of man. The choice is yours. The price for sex is marriage. The price for a relationship is commitment. It's hard to ask a man to pay for either when you're giving both for free. Ooh, okay. We gonna read that one again, y'all. I gotta highlight that one. We like that one, girl. The price for sex is marriage. It should be, but it's not, girl. It's not, girl. We be out here, you know what I'm saying? We be out here doing things. We be out here doing things. The price for a relationship is commitment. It's hard to ask a man to pay for either, though, when you are giving both of them away for free. I don't publicly condone premarital sex, but if you're getting into it, listen up. Sex has lost its value with me. People often have sex with people they don't find attractive. I don't. I have though. I'm not gonna lie, I have, but I don't. Cute, kind of cute, average, decent, or even tolerable. So stop committing yourself to someone who isn't committed to you. Don't barter your goods for someone average. I agree with that. And don't pretend to be a single man's wife. Absolutely don't pretend to be a single man's wife. Giving marriage privileges to a boyfriend is like giving an intern the CEO's salary. I wish you the best. And you know who seems to want to change this right here? The manosphere. For some reason, the manosphere wants to make whatever they think the dating or courting process is into like a game show, and you gotta show them, you know, that you're wifey material and you're worthy of all of the things, and are you able to cook, and are you able to feed his soul, and are you gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want wife behavior from multiple women that they date, 'cause let the manosphere tell it they can date as many women as they want, right? Like, it's just the strangest place to be. All right, we almost at the finish line, everybody. We got I'm on the last page. Last page. All right. We still talking about sex. We still talking about sex. A sex partner does not mean your partner. You can make slow love daily, from the peak of Italian Carrara marble countertops to the murky shadows of the kitchen floor. But if the commitment conversation hasn't come up, I think that's why Ghost ghosted me. I think that's why Ghost ghosted me, because your girl was like, "What we doing? What is we doing?" Mhm. But if the commitment conversation hasn't come up, you're just an acquaintance. You're just an acquaintance. Quit committing without a commitment conversation. Absolutely. Common sense says commitment requires consent. Quit expecting what hasn't been discussed. Ladies, this is where we fall short. We believe that we are dating or that we are in these relationships with these men. And when we want to have a conversation about commitment, we either have the conversation or we don't. And a lot of us don't have the conversation because we already know we know the answer. We know where he stands. If you are not willing to have that uncomfortable conversation, if you are not able to ask that man what commitment looks like, you already know the answer. You don't want him to say it out his mouth, or you don't want him to ghost you. Child. Stu says, does he have a soul? Does he know how to cook? What do you bring to the table? Oh, that was earlier in the book. You came in a little late. We got into that a little earlier, Stu. Absolutely. Quit expecting what hasn't been discussed. If you haven't talked about a relationship, then you're in one with yourself. Absolutely. You might as well be holding your own pitiful hand. That's how empty headed you look when you claim him as the hubby while he happily claims you as the homie. Your frequent sex and those dinner dates don't make that man your man. Make sure the two of you are on the same page, because he might be referencing an entirely different book. Quit telling yourself what we have doesn't need explaining. Explain this. What happened to that common sense? Where did it go? Where did you put it? When you were a little girl, you were hungry. When you were hungry, you asked for food. When you needed help with homework, you quickly asked. But as a full blown grown adult woman, you're afraid to ask a man who supposedly likes you for a commitment. Grow up. Respect what you expect, or no one will. But you knew that already. You did. Grown women, we know. Hopefully, he knows what commitment is about, says Queen Bee. That's why the conversation is necessary. Once you get past a certain phase in the dating process, ask about commitment. If you don't want a commitment, don't ask about it. Like, it's just that simple. But if you know you digging this guy and y'all doing all of the things all of the time, scheduling, planning, going on trips, having vacations, going on dates, you spending nights, unless you don't want a commitment, don't ask. But if you do, if that's where your feelings are, open up the door for the conversation and be willing to close the door if that's not where he's at. You can't force him to be where you are. Last short paragraph, and we up out of here. Sometimes sex just hides everything that's bad about a relationship. I'm gonna tell you this. Ghost used to crack jokes that I did not find funny, and I didn't laugh. And I think he paid attention to it one time, and he was like, "That was funny." And I looked at him. I said, "It wasn't funny to me," and I wouldn't laugh. And I think he got offended because the sex could hide everything that's bad about a relationship, even bad jokes. Okay, okay, okay. Let me stop. Sex is powerful. Good sex can fool you into thinking you're in love with someone you don't even like. If all you have in common is sex, then you really don't have much in common. We made it, y'all. I will be back in not next week, the week after next with misrepresentation. MISS. MISS representation. Thank you all for being here today. I enjoyed your company in the chat. This book is very interesting, y'all, and we still got a ways to go. But okay, it's absolutely better than the Steve Harvey book for sure. So we're gonna keep on listening to what this young man has to tell us about being a gentlewoman. I love you guys. Take care. Have a blessed Monday. If I don't see you anymore this week, have a blessed week. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow morning, and so we can get across that bridge with John Lewis. I love y'all. Bye. Mwah.